Okay, so I think what we're doing is going to Hong Kong. Let me just see if I can get in there properly. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna get in there. I think am I in the right lane? We'll find out in a minute. Go check out the road. Okay, I'm the content creator for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe and hit the like button. Okay, so I'm going to be trying to go to Hong Kong. Well, I can't go to Hong Kong, but I'm going to go to all the development that they're doing. So we're going to follow this giant dump truck, and you can see lots of construction. So they're building an entire enclave out here of who knows what. So we're definitely going to go check that out too, and we'll just drive around in general and just see what they have out here. For some of you guys that don't know, maybe it was 2 years ago they built a giant bridge to Hong Kong, maybe 3 years ago now. And in the last year and a half, nobody's been able to use that bridge. Well, I mean, somebody probably is, but the public cannot, you know, because of COVID. And if you can see all these cranes directly out in the distance, they're gonna build a ton of apartment buildings and such out here too. And this is kind of off the coast of the Macau side, the northern Macau side. So we're just gonna kind of drive around in here and just let you see what's in here. To the left and right, you can see these giant fences with a bunch of weed. So all of this was originally reclaimed land. Originally it was an ocean, and then, you know, maybe 5-6 years ago, I guess, they reclaimed the land by putting dirt into the ocean, and then they slowly decided to start building on it, right? I mean, they decided a long time ago to start building on it, but they started to materialize it. So to the left is tons of cranes. So it'll be interesting to see what this looks like someday, but at the moment, it is what it is. But we're gonna get all the way out to where the Hong Kong, sorry, I'm kind of trying to pay attention at the same time here. There's still so many cranes out here. So straight ahead is where you would take a public bus to get all the way out here, and then you could take a bus across the bridge. This was before COVID, you were able to do that, and now it's completely closed, but there seems to be a lot of activity out here for whatever reason. A little bit surprised. Yeah, and actually there's a lot of buildings out here. I mean, because, you know, generally it's just like one giant building for kind of immigration purposes, but there's a lot more than that, as you can see. I'm not even sure what they all go to. And I don't want to move my camera around, but I just went over like another little waterway. I think that waterway is supposed to be the one that separates the immigration to Hong Kong part from the from all those cranes that they're building, that they're going to put a bunch of apartments in. So these are departure hall and things like that. So we'll follow our way into that, kind of see. Let's see. I guess we'll just follow this. Okay, there's the bridge to Hong Kong. Jeez. And a lot of these people are driving in here like they do this all the time. So that's the arrival hall. This is just massive. That looks like all immigration points. It also says Zhuhai too, so looks like. So now we're gonna go into where you would pick up passengers. There's actually buses just sitting in there too. Let's just kind of go down one of these. Oh, I can't go down that one. So this one, you traditionally could pick up people down there. I see a police one. I don't want to mess around too much, because there's no passengers, obviously. So, but there are quite a few cars out here. Interesting. Anyways, the one thing you can definitely see is this thing is massive. Dang. And now we see our sign that says to go back to Macau again. And it tells us Macau to take the left lane. I should take that left lane, but I think I'm just gonna go around a little bit more because there's more stuff in here that I didn't quite see. And of course I'll take you with me. So the taxis go there, so that means that I need to get, so I think so those are the bridges that go to Hong Kong. Obviously I can't go to Hong Kong, but that's where you would go, so I think I'll just turn this way. And I guess what we'll do is we'll kind of try to show you as much as we can. So that's where the taxi stands would go. This is where you pick up passengers. So maybe we'll just drive down there. Lots of idle buses around. So yeah, so let's just kind of recap what we learned. We learned, for one, this place is massive. Oh man, this is crazy massive. So this is this one little thing to pick up passengers, I guess, for cars. And then there's all kinds of buses, and I'm gonna guess all these buses are grounded. Maybe traditionally those would go across to Hong Kong, I guess. And now we have our sign to Macau again. So I guess what we'll do is we'll just follow this back out again, and then we're gonna go back through all that construction, and you might get a different view of it again, seeing it from that angle. Definitely interesting. Okay, so there's a sign to Macau. So we'll definitely take it this time. And then, yeah, let's just follow all the Macau signs now. Huh, it seems like there's trucks that are going. I just looked at some other, oh, what's this one? This one says Macau side, so the other one says departure hall. Okay, so you're really getting a view for what it would be like to be right here, right now. So that straight ahead is, look at that water. There's a little waterway right there. So it looks like they built some water between this kind of immigration stuff. There's a police station to the right there. And then I don't know, those must all be office buildings, all related to immigration as well, I guess. And then you're gonna cross over this small bridge. The small bridge is gonna be the one that connects that big reclaimed island with this big reclaimed island, and this big reclaimed island to the left and right of me is filled with cranes, and that one's going to be filled with apartments at some point in the future. So that's interesting. The sun is pretty bright, so I don't know if that affects you as a viewer, but it doesn't really matter because we're going to be out of the sun as soon as we turn right, which is coming up quite quickly. Huh, and this person took a left. So it looks like we have to take a left here, which is actually maybe good, because then you can see some of this construction. Like right there, now you can see construction to the left, right? So yeah, that's all gonna be built out later. So what I'm recording now, sometimes I see myself as just kind of documenting stuff in time, right? So let me just see here. I think I'm gonna, oops, sorry, oops, oh, sorry, yeah, I was gonna try to turn, but there's a truck that was right there, so to be careful when you're exploring. I think we're just gonna get out of there. I was gonna try to go around a little bit so you can see all the more construction, but I guess it's also not. There's a lot of giant trucks here with all the construction as well, so we definitely have to be careful. And we're just gonna fade out of here, and I think that's enough. That was a little bit tough because I kind of wanted to turn right, but then that truck was there, so. So we're gonna go, we could go back to Taipa. There's a giant bridge, and I think I'm gonna go into another part of Macau, and maybe we'll film over there a little bit. And so yeah, that's all the construction and all the new stuff that they're doing over there, and you can still see cranes over here too. I'm gonna try to navigate all this big mess of stuff. And now, as you can see, we're back into the city again, and all that entails. So maybe I'll just take you with me just a little bit more, and then we'll turn off this camera for a while, try to find something else to film. So anyways, to the right is China, and this is kind of going up to the border gate, up to that, and there's all kinds of stuff in here as well. So so I'm going to turn off the camera in a second. But before I do, I think I want to just kind of show you inside some of that as well, and then we'll end this one. Yeah, Macau is a lot of stuff being built in Macau. Phew. Yeah, and actually those trucks, you know, they're actually everything in there was moving real fast, because there's a lot of space in there and there's not a lot of traffic, you know. So so for someone like me who's trying to, you know, see what's all going on there and looking around, it's not the best situation. So I'm gonna if I went to the right, I'd go right into the border. But we're gonna go in here, and then you can kind of see what Macau looks like. Get into all these buildings and such. And then I'm gonna end this one and turn off the camera. They've got some big traffic in this area too. Yeah, a lot of times I like to give a little context, so I don't want to just do one thing in isolation. So I think it's kind of important to put a little context and add whatever the focus is to something nearby, right? So you can put it in context and kind of see how it's all connected. So as you can see, that bridge to Hong Kong is pretty close to Zhuhai, China. So that's right to the right of us right now. And that bridge also goes to Zhuhai, China, and to Hong Kong and to Macau, right? So it's shared between all three. And as you can see, it's Zhuhai is pretty much right here as well. So we're on Plaza das Portas. Okay, so we're on the square of the border gate. We got a lot of traffic in here, so I think I might just end it right there. You can see that there's gonna get into some stuff. So, all right, hope you enjoyed this one too.